Little bite. Little bite. Oh, I think we got him. Yep, we got him. And into the pouch. Oh, I think that's another striper. I think that's another striper. Fun fight. Definitely pull a lot harder than the perch. Welcome back. Today, as you can see, we're out at the beach, and today's goal is super simple. We're just gonna try to have a totally relaxing, chill, enjoy the weather. Got lunch right behind you in the cooler. Just enjoy the day out here, and hopefully catch some fish while we're at it. So, yeah, kind of a chill vibe today, hopefully. What I'm gonna try on today is just a very simple fish finder rig. So what I have on already is on my braided main line, this little slider right here to a bead, and then a little swivel right behind that. And then I'm gonna put a weight on this slider. But first, let's tie on a little leader here with my hook. So right here I have a little length of fluorocarbon leader. Honestly, it probably doesn't even need to be fluorocarbon. Any kind of monofilament, whatever, doesn't need to be super special. Whatever you have, honestly, it'll probably work. I'm gonna tie a little snell knot on the hook here. And this is a little, I don't even know what size this is, maybe a 2. Honestly, I normally go bigger, but today I'm just hoping to catch whatever's out there. So yeah, size 2, that should get the job done. We're gonna be fishing with some sand crabs today. Just like that, nothing special. And cut my tag end here. Put my backpack. This, I believe, is 25 pound. Anywhere from, like, you know, 8. Some people will go as low as 8. Some people will go as high as probably 30 or 40. I don't think it matters that much. If the water's clearer and calmer, I'll go a little lower. So honestly, today I probably could have gone a little lower. If the water's heavier, rougher, and cloudier, I'll go heavier. The heavier line has more memory, so it won't tangle on itself as much. So yeah, that's the benefit of going heavier. Obviously with a lighter line, it's a little more finesse, invisible. If you're worried about that, then yeah, go a little lighter. But here, I got it tied on here, hook, leader, and then everything else that I showed you before, the slider. And then I'm gonna take my pyramid weight right here. I like these pyramid weights for the surf. I feel like they hold their place a little bit better than some of the other shapes. But again, whatever you feel or whatever you have in your tackle box probably will get the job done, especially if it's calm like it is today. I don't know why I'm having, there we go, why that was so hard to get that on there, but tied that onto the slider so that slides up and down. If a fish grabs it and this is kind of like, you know, pinned in the sand, this will slide and that fish won't feel the weight. So that's everything right there. Super simple setup, one hook. This is a pretty small one. In my humble opinion, I usually like to go bigger, but anyway, now we gotta go catch some sand crabs. And this is what these, oh, there's a bigger one. A couple of bigger ones. We've got that one. There we go. And you can see with this sand crab, if you lift this little flap right here, hard to do with one hand, but there we go. It's got eggs, all those little orange things. And these surf perch love those eggs. Sometimes they'll reel them back, and the sand crab will be eating just one bite, just right out of the eggs right there, and they'll leave the rest of the sand crab. But anyway, if it has those eggs, it's definitely helpful. So let's get a few more of these. We got a few sand crabs here for bait. I can always go back and catch more, but I just wanted to show you the difference between these sand crabs. Even though they might look the same, I'm just gonna take these two in particular and show you these two of them. So this is a sand crab, obviously, just like the one I showed you earlier. It's got some eggs in there, that's nice. But this one looks a little bit different. As you can see, it's kind of, the color is a little different. It's almost like translucent. And that's because this is a recently molted sand crab. So you can't tell it on the video maybe, but just by touch, when you see one of these, you know what it is. It's a soft shell sand crab. It's still the same species, but yeah, like I said, it's recently molted. So every time these sand crab need to grow a little bit bigger, the shell itself doesn't grow. What happens is they bolt, that shell falls off, and underneath they grow a new shell that's a little bit bigger. And so if you can find these sand crabs that are recently molted, these are like gold out here. the surf perch, really anything striped bass, love these ones. This is kind of like candy. This is almost like a vegetable. They just eat this because they have to. If they see this, they have no choice. But it doesn't matter if they're hungry or not, they're gonna eat it. Another thing to keep in mind, I found some of these too. These are smaller sand crabs. I'm trying to keep from dropping them, but I'll show you one here. Still the same thing. But one thing that you can do is if you're only finding soft shell or sand crabs that are like this, the little tiny ones, is you can actually just string a bunch of them on the hook. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but we're targeting surfers today. However, there could be striped bass in the water. There could be other fish in the water. It's the ocean, you never know what you're gonna find. But we're looking for surf perch. And one thing about surf perch, don't get discouraged if you're getting bites but not hooking them. They are, in my opinion, of all the fish that I've caught, probably the best fish at avoiding the hook. Doesn't matter how you hook them, it just seems like they always find a way to avoid the hook. This hook is a little bit small for this bait, but it'll work. And the way I like to hook it is just one time through the front of the shell. This is actually the head of the sand crab, even though it kind of looks, you know, when it digs into the sand, it kind of goes this way. It goes butt first with the eyes looking up. And you might be able to see those two eyes sticking up right there. Have a weird looking creature. But anyways, yeah, I just like to go one time through the shell, just like that. Keep that hook point exposed so that way the fish comes and bites it. It's got a good chance of getting hooked. But yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and cast it in, see if there's any fish out there. Out here on the water, the sun is no joke. That's why I use Particle's Invisible Sunscreen. Particle makes high-quality skincare designed specifically for men. Their sunscreen is FDA approved, lightweight, and it doesn't burn your eyes when you sweat. Spending hours outdoors fishing, I need something that protects without leaving me greasy or with that white cast. Particle keeps it simple, and it actually feels clean on my skin. If you're out here as much as I am, you'll appreciate how it keeps you covered all day long. Check out the link in my description and use code ADAM20 for 20% off. But hurry, it's only good for the first 200 customers. Thank you to Particle for sponsoring this video. Oh, another thing, you're gonna come out here and get one of these little sand spikes right here. These things, they last forever. I think this one's like 20 years old and super useful. You don't want to be sticking your rod in the sand, or your reel specifically, in the sand, because that will mess up a reel very, very quickly. But yeah, that way you can stick it in the holders like that, not only when you're fishing, but also when you're just kind of sitting around tying up whatever you're doing. Anyway, yeah, let's just check our drag. Sure, that looks good. Give it a cast. Wait for this person to pass by. And one thing about surf perch and striped bass is they're coming in to eat those sand crabs, and the sand crabs are right in the little surf zone right here where the waves are kind of going back and forth. So they are not very far out, and you could hold the rod if you wanted to, but like I said, looking for a chill day today, just hang out, kick back, and this will do all the work for itself. If a fish bites it, especially if it's a big one, it'll hook itself 9 times out of 10. So that's it. Let's eat lunch. We're back. Day number 2. Today, straighten up the handlebars. Today, you got with me the bike. We're going all out. And I came all the way down the beach to this little spot right here. Looks good. There's a little rip right here, deep water. Probably some sand crabs getting funneled out right here, and hopefully some surf perch, maybe striper sitting in there as well. So, gonna get some sand crabs out of the sand and do the same thing we did last time. Hopefully, we have a little bit better luck this time. All right, so I just spent a couple minutes digging up some bait. Found a lot of nice, soft sand crabs right here. Definitely enough for these surf perch to enjoy, and there was a lot of them, so I can always go back and get more. So let's get some on the hook here before they crawl out of my hands. And that little rip right there. Should be some fish in there. So yeah, we're just gonna cast this into this little hole. Don't have to cast it far. Those fish are coming in to feed on those sand crabs. just like the ones we caught. So right in there, let that simmer, and with any luck, maybe a perch will find it. Oh, already getting a bite. Little bite, little bite. Oh, I think we got him. Yep, we got him. There we go. This is why I recommend this strategy. This is way more effective, it's easy to do, and it catches fish. I don't think this is a big one, but hey, it's a fish. Oh my god, I still have this reel with the anti-reverse that's messed up. Look at that. Not good. Every once in a while it catches, but there we go. Anyway, fish number one. Honestly, we could keep that. It's borderline. I'm tempted to keep it, but just for good luck, we'll let the first one go. If we catch another one this size, we're probably going to keep it. So I want to take some surf perch home today. All right. For good luck. Yep, got the bait. So another thing to know with these hand grubs, especially the soft shell, like 1 or 2 bites and 9 times out of 10, that fish has stripped off all the bait of the hook. So always a good thing to check your bait frequently, especially if you're getting bites. Oh, there's fish, there's fish. There's fish. Got him. Got him. Did I get him? I think I got him. Yeah, I got him. Oh, even smaller than the first one. Still a surf perch. Still catching fish. If we catch any fish as big or bigger than the first one, we're gonna keep them. But that one obviously was smaller. Okay, so here's another barred surf perch, but if you'll notice, this one has a little bit different color on the side here. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it, it's just different. Coloration is different, but they're still barred surf perch. So I guess there's 2 different color types when it comes to barred surf perch, still the same species. But anyways, yeah, you'll see both of them as the day wears on. Oh, another species. Wow. Oh, I guess this is only the 2nd species, but another different looking perch. I believe that is a walleye surf perch. There's a couple of different ones that look similar. There's like silver surf perch. I think there's like moon eye, but that's a walleye, I believe. Those definitely don't get as big as the barred surf perch. There we go. There we go. Maybe a little better. Oh, it smells. Okay, another species. Not what we're looking for. These are not good for eating. 3rd species. Not what we're looking for. These are not good eating. But yeah, do make good crab bait, halibut bait. But we're not going for those today. Well, I don't know what happened. Was catching them like every cast, it seemed like, for a little while. Boom, boom, boom. Caught a few different species. Actually, the first one was probably the biggest one. Probably should have kept that one, but oh well. But anyway, we haven't got any bites for the last either 5 or 6 casts, so we're gonna head down the beach. Always nice to stay mobile. These fish move around, find pockets, so when you find them, you gotta catch them, but when you're not finding them, you gotta find them. So anyway, we'll head down the beach here, try a few more spots. I see one nice hole down the beach right here, so I think we'll just head down to the next hole, cast in there, and see if we can find some more fish. Right in there. Whoop. Yeah, right there. There's gotta be a perch right in there. Has to be. Yep. Oh no, I think this is not a perch. I think this is a striper. Well, this is part of the deal with fishing the surf. Definitely not a bad thing. But yeah, there's other kinds of fish in here too, not just surf perch. Yep, definitely a striper here. Probably was just hanging out in this hole, just feasting on sand crabs. And I came along and tossed mine in there. Almost tempting, really tempting to take off this setup and throw a plug, but I'm gonna continue what we're doing here. Yep, striper. A welcome bycatch. I think that's species number 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously the biggest of the 4. These get a lot bigger too. I have a lot of videos targeting these fish specifically, and even though we're not targeting them today with these sand crabs, these fish definitely eat sand crabs. So anytime you're fishing the surf, pretty much anywhere on the California coast with sand crabs, these are an option to catch. And definitely we can keep this one. Minimum size is 18 inches and it tastes great, but I'm gonna let him go. I just feel like letting him go today. And really tempting to throw a plug out there. I'm sure there's more of them out there. We're gonna stick with the sand crab for now. If we happen to get another 1 or 2, I might just have to switch over, but yeah, we're gonna keep going with what we have for now. Another little smelt. I saw someone commenting on my last video saying this must have been from a long time ago because you're fishing with shorts out in the surf. And I'm trying to bring it back, especially during the summer when it's warmer out. It's definitely doable. Some OG Dard fishing, surf fishing, board shorts, sand crabs, and fish. There we go. What do we have this time? Hopefully not another smelt. Oh, perch. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one. Alright, we got one. Not huge, but we're gonna keep him. I think we got hooked him anyways. So another barred surf perch. Again, this is one of those ones that's got the color pattern that you don't see as often. I don't know if you can tell there, but yeah, hopefully we can catch at least one more with the kind of standard color pattern, I guess, so I can show you the difference. But yeah, both barred surf perch. Obviously not huge, but I'm looking for some surf perch. I haven't caught and kept any surf perch in a long time, so I'm looking forward to eating this one. We can activate our perch pouch. Shout out Hook. Always a nice time when I can activate this, but I'm gonna rip the, oh, look at this. This one's got a parasite hanging out of the gill there. Crazy looking creatures, but they're super common. That one's full of something, some kind of juice in there. So get rid of that. And then we'll rip the gills out of this thing. Make sure it bleeds out. It's already been bleeding a little bit. And then we'll toss it in here, bleed out the rest of the way. Just wash it off real quick. All right, washed off. And into the pouch. All right, that's one. We can keep 10 of these. We'll see if we get that high, but at least we'll start with one. And I got my bike with me today, so I'll just hang that on the bike, just like that. And we'll get back fishing. All right, another fish for the next cast. I wasn't even recording yet. We may have found the honey hole. Let's see if this is a keeper. Oh yeah. Again, almost like carbon copy. Again, not huge, but That's a male barred surf perch. Really nice fish fry. That's gonna get one right there. Dang, missed him. There we go. There we go. It's gotta be a perch. It's gotta be a perch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Another one. All the ones we're catching today are this type or whatever, the coloration. Alright, another one to the box. There's a fish, there's a fish. Got him. Got him. Got him. It's weird, these fish are like biting in one very specific spot. Like if I cast a little bit closer to shore or a little bit farther out, they don't hit it, but if I hit it in the right spots, like every time I'm getting them. Oh yeah. Okay, finally we got one of the other colorations here. So apparently same species. I don't know how they determine if they're different species or not, but anyway, on the Fish and Game website it says they're the same species, barred surfers, but you can tell this one looks a lot different. And that's a male. You can tell by this fin right here, it looks like this. It's kind of like rubbery down here. But yeah, another barred surfer. It's probably maybe a little bit bigger than the last couple that we caught. So anyway, that's number 4. We're slowly filling the pouch. Oh, look at this. Dungeness crab out of season. Pretty sure this one's too small anyways, even if it was in season, but yeah, we'll help him back on his way. Oh, I think that's another striper. I think that's another striper. Or a big perch, but it definitely feels like a striper. Got some more weight than the perch, or at least the ones that we've been catching. Feels like a striper. Let's see, it could be a huge perch. The perch that we've been catching aren't huge, so it could be a big perch. Definitely not a smelt, and if it is a perch, it's definitely not the same size as the ones that we've been catching, but it's definitely looking like a striper. Let's see. Haven't seen it yet. Yep, striper. Oh, it's in this kelp. Might come off. Nope. Here it comes. Striper. There he is. Luckily we got him on the lip there. Easy release. Get him back in the water. Alright, thanks for playing. Fun fight. Definitely pull a lot harder than the perch. Alright, not a bad day out here. Caught a bunch of fish, all kinds of different species. Been getting several comments on recent videos or my DMs saying like, oh, I'm getting out to the surf, I'm just not having much luck. So this video is for all of you. Back to my roots, this is kind of how I started surf fishing. Put on a fish finder rig, put on a sand crab. If you can find a soft shell, that'd be great, but if not, just put on whatever you can find. And you know, if there's fish around, it's likely that they'll bite it. The only small adjustments that I made today was I put a little bit heavier sinker on. I think I put a 3 ounce because it's a little bit rougher here than it was in the first spot. And then I put a little bit bigger hook on just because, I don't know, I like to use a little bigger hook. Just personal preference. So a couple of things you can change up, but as you saw in this video, sometimes it's not necessarily you. First day when we were fishing, man, I was just not even a bite. So sometimes it's like that, but just keep moving around until you find them. And today was a pretty good day, so appreciate all you for watching. YouTube is actually doing this new thing where you can not only like, dislike, whatever the video, but you can also hype the video, hype it up, or you can put hype points on it. It's kind of weird, interesting little feature, but do me a favor, put some hype on this one if you learned a little something about surf fishing. And we'll see, maybe that'll blow up the video, I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate all you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit about surf fishing if you're new. Got plenty more videos just like this in the past, whatever, 10 years that I've been doing YouTube. You can check them out, but yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below as well. And yeah, we'll be back out and surfing again soon. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.